Hi everybody! Alright, so this is a special video I'm making. I've had a calling for the last few months to do energy work to help Mother Earth purge a lot of the old energy pockets of chaos that have been filling up her spiritual atmosphere for the last several thousand years. And I've been waiting to do the work with Joseph, my friend Joseph, from the Amen Ross YouTube channel. Been waiting to do my work with him, and we've decided that today we would do a special healing for Auschwitz, for the concentration camp during World War II. That would be a really good energetic beacon that we could help purge from Mother Earth to help ascend the vibrational frequency of the planet. We actually have the ability as human beings to go back into any history and heal the energetic frequency of that reflection. Just like we have the ability to go into our past lives and heal the energetic frequency of that reflection. We can heal everything. We can heal other planets. We can heal each other. We can heal the earth. We can do it energetically, or we can do it in the physical experience that we all know. So I'm just going to relax here, and then I'm going to get started. If you're interested in exploring Joseph's video, I will include a link in this video so you can watch it. Just click on the corner and there'll be a drop down, and then you can find it that way. So I'm just going to relax here. It's a really slow motion movement into the space. I keep seeing what is an odd pump along the side of a wall, pumping out liquid. It looks like blood. I feel my head in a vice. I'm sort of laying down on a table, and I'm on my stomach on a table. There's a man standing here. There's an interaction about my body. Suddenly I experience what are lots and lots of tears. Lots and lots of tears like raindrops falling. I see lots of people like ghosts standing here wondering who I am. I say I love all of you. They're overwhelmed to see me. There are lots and lots of people standing in here, like ghosts. They all look like ghosts. They have hollowed out eyes. They're sort of foggier faces. There's women, men, children, all here, standing here looking at me. There's so much sadness, but so much joy that I came here. Nobody ever cares about healing the ghosts. People just want to know that ghosts are real, but they don't want to heal them. These are ghosts. I expected to see soul fragments, which aren't ghosts. They're just the fragmented parts of souls, chaotic life experiences, chaotic death experiences, painful death experiences, all that type of stuff. The soul can fragment off and remain in sort of a state of energetic misery. And then as the soul continues the incarnation journey, it will have a energetic broken record until that past life pain can be healed and the soul fragment can be released. It's just part of the karmic learning. It's karmic journey. Is karma because you're a bad person? Or karma can also be because it was so traumatizing, the soul has to learn about love on a really extreme level. And so believe it or not, even if you were in a concentration camp, you still have to learn as a soul on the extreme Jesus sort of Christ consciousness level how to be at peace with everything, how to be at peace with your ultimate death, how to be at peace with starvation, with malnourishment, with fear, with terror, with all that stuff. The ultimate soul, the ancient soul, even the ancient soul struggles. Even the ancient soul is challenged. But the ultimate learning is to be at peace. How many incarnation cycles do you think it will take to be able to endure Auschwitz and be at peace with everything in Auschwitz? Be at peace knowing your children are dying before you, being at peace with all of it. Well, I expected to see soul fragmenting going on here, but I see ghosts. They're very happy to see me. They keep sharing that energy with me. Nobody ever comes here. Nobody ever comes here. They sort of look at me like I'm a messenger from heaven, like I'm an angel, like I'm somebody they haven't ever seen before in their energy world. There's just been a very long pause, sort of a confusion on what should we do next. I say I'm here to heal all of you. I'm here to heal this space. I see heaven opening up a portal in the sky, and there's warm light that shines down upon all of them. There are so many tears of like, oh my God, thank you. So many tears happening. There's some of them that's kind of evaporate in sort of like a thankful way, looking up at the light. Others sort of like they're drawn to the light and go upwards. Others sort of feel confused and haven't quite moved into the light just yet. But for the most part, lots of them are evaporating in different ways, moving into the light, or just sort of in thankfulness and sort of tears and evaporating on the ground level. There's still children here that some of them really feel like I need to see some things. They can't fully let go of the space because they can't process the experience and they're not able to let go yet. There's a child here. She smiles at me. She's really pretty. She doesn't look like she's been in a concentration camp. She's wearing a really pretty little red dress with some flowers on it. She smiles at me. She keeps smiling at me. I feel sort of disoriented by this. I feel like I've been walking a very long time. She never stops looking at me and smiling. She doesn't turn her head at all. I'm going to pause for a moment. I'm sitting down here in the space, telling you this gets way darker. This goes way deeper. I'm just not being shown anything on the dark side of it all yet. I'm just being shown what are like lots of ghosts. And then this little girl. I say, if you need me to heal something, then you must reveal what that something is so I can help you into the light. This place does not want to show me itself. This place wants to be hidden. This place doesn't want to show me how terrible it really was. It's sort of like it wants to be a really big secret. It just wants people to see that it was sort of like a place where, a housing place. But the terrible, nightmarish things that went on here could be a secret, and the world would not know how bad it really was. I think these days we do know how bad it really was. I say that to the space. The energy of the space itself still believes that it's supposed to be a secret. The energy of the entire space says, shh, shh, Don't show her what's really here. Just show her the nicey things, the stuff that makes it okay. The space itself has that lingering energy here. I tell the space consciousness, so houses have consciousness. Your recliner that you've been sitting on for the last 20 years has a consciousness. Those shoes you've been wearing for the last 15 years have a consciousness. Like they have an energetic beacon that is energetically intertwined with your life experience. It may not have a brain, but it has an energetic frequency. And so the space itself is telling me this. I'm talking to the consciousness, the energetic consciousness. I'm telling it, I'm showing it that the world today knows all about this place. I'm saying the only way you're going to heal properly is if you allow yourself to accept what was done here was absolutely terrible and not be ashamed of that, not try to hide that. The only way to truly heal is to face the music, to face the reflection, to admit to it. The space wants to know what I know at Auschwitz. I tell the space that I know there's gas chambers here where people were put to death every day. There's piles of shoes of dead people. There were torturous medical experiments going on here. There were other sick and twisted things. Still is not wanting to show me anything else yet. It's thinking about what I'm saying. I touch the ground here and I say, Mother Earth, I came here to heal you. Show me what you need healed, and I will do that for you. Instantly, there's sort of a vine that grabs my wrist and pulls me underneath the ground. Really, really far down. Through lots of mud and dirt. Underneath the surface of this space, she shows me what is lost souls in confusion. It's an opening here in the earth itself, the soul fragments that I had expected to find, but I had a hard time them just not revealing themselves right away. Surprised by how slow this experience is. Expected it to be much darker, much more difficult than this. Alright, so what does this space look like? This is not unusual to find soul fragments in a hell space. So we're connected to the earth, right? And so in the traumatizing death experience, we have a energetic echoing related to how we were in our mental and emotional consciousness, our physical state of being, the pain, the suffering of all different energetic kinds. That stays with the earth. And that's why we continue to reincarnate here on planet Earth, because our energies are still here. So our soul has to continue to work on stuff here. So that's part of this. That's why we have to release all these soul fragments from the Earth. So humanity, so souls can actually start feeling freedom to travel the universe. You always can travel the universe, but some part of your soul will continue to work on stuff here. We're in this kit and caboodle together. We have our individual sort of karmic cycle learning, but we also have the human race karmic cycle learning, and that's staying in the planet. So here I have a space and it's sort of like a bowl. They look kind of like ghosts in a way. They're kind of different faces of terror. There's also sort of walking around looking very grim. But it sort of looks like a hell space. Sort of looks like it's torched on fire. Mother Earth is still trying to digest the terror that took place here. I see this as also like a massive stomach that is trying to digest this energy. The question is, how long do you think it takes to digest this energy? As in, how long does it take for Mother Earth to transform a landfill into a garden? How long does it take Mother Earth to digest negative energy on this massive scale? How long do you think it takes for her to digest it? Because she has to digest the energy. Do you think she deserves it? Do you think Mother Earth should have to digest this energy? She wants to do it. It's part of her role. It's part of her role to maintain the balance for the organisms that live here. But we can do things to help be kind to her for her kindness that she shares with us, right? So I tell her, you don't have to digest this anymore, and the work is not for you. I take this space, which is a massive orb of sort of, it's a rounded space like a bowl, but I take it as an energetic orb and I am pulling it up and out of the earth. And I'm pulling it up into that heavenly portal in the sky. It was a really horrible festering wound. These soul fragments need to be in the light now as well. This is feeling better. This is still too easy. There's something in here. Maybe there's something I don't want to see. I, Abby, don't want to see. Maybe there's something about me in my reflection that's here that I don't want to look at. Maybe I'm the reason why I can't see what's all here. I ask the space if there's a part of me here I want to see. Space starts to turn into a boiling, bubbling pot. So I just allow it to do that while I wait. Keep looking at that girl that was holding my hand with the red dress and the flowers. I ask her if she's a part of my reflection. I've not seen any parts of my reflection in a concentration camp. She instantly takes my hand and puts it on the ground and takes a hammer and hammers it into the bones in my hand. She is putting nails into my hand, the one hand and the other hand, and now I'm being nailed to the ground. Obviously, this scene may not be an identical replica of what actually took place, but the storyline is a reflection of how bad it was. So I just have to go with the storyline. I see a nail being hammered into my heart from the back side. I'm laying on the ground on my stomach. Like I'm sort of in a Jesus on the cross position, with nails hammered into the palms of my hand and my feet hammered to the ground, and now we're taking a hammer to my heart. I'm a man in this scene. I'm being stitched to the ground now. I am being pulled into the ground now as I'm screaming. There are a lot of very foul energies that are speaking to the space, speaking to the human beings, inspiring them to do very terrible things as it's a good idea. And to them it sounds it's what orders, it's I must take orders, I must do what I'm told. But some of these upper leaders are given these sort of reports in their mind energetically from very dark entities, and it sounds like that's what we need to do next. That's a good exploration. I need to be continuing to kill more people as a good idea, as part of the war, as part of the as part of what is here. This man is continuing to be taken down into a burning lava pit. He is screaming as there's literally what are like demonic entities that are on the phone. And they too have a little office in this space. Taking orders, hang up, then speak the orders to the person, and then they're sort of interacting with each other in a room. But it feels like the way it should be. It doesn't feel like anything is wrong with this. Spirit asked me if I see something wrong with this. I am saying yes. But how come I don't feel sadness? I don't feel sadness for this man. I don't feel sadness for that these demonic beings are doing this. I feel that humanity chooses this. We endure it together. It was a world war. There's terror involved. But at this point, I need to focus on how do I heal it. The little girl is here again. She says I have a phone call. Why is this space so empty to me? Why is there no feelings here? Why is it so numb? Why is it... This space should be actively full of information. Why is it not full of information? It's like a totally like Novocained space. And I myself feel Novocained in the space as well. So why too am I challenged to feel emotions here? This is spiritual atmosphere of the space. So I myself am a reflection of the space too. I myself endure the reflection of the space as I heal the space. This is the way the space feels. It doesn't feel like echoing screams. It feels like shh, shh, shh. It feels like shush. It feels like Novocaine. It feels like it's numb. It feels like it has no emotion. It feels like it's just taking orders. It feels like everything is in balance here. Everything is as it should be here. Aye, sir, or whatever. Yes, sir. Okay, now I need to leave. I will continue to try to do something here. This is shocking to me. It's too easy. Why is it numb? So when I took the phone call, the space ground opened up. I'm going down here. Okay, this is something that we can try in order to get the space to speak more. So you can start adding really beautiful things into a space that is really in trauma. And if it doesn't want to speak, it wants to be shy, it doesn't want to say what's going on here. And I'm not sure, maybe there's something that I endured here that I haven't dealt with yet, and that's why I'm choosing to heal Auschwitz today. And so there may be some part of me that is preventing me from seeing what actually happened. Maybe I myself can't face it myself. So maybe I'm part of the problem as well. Because I quite expected, I went to bed last night and I was so ready to do this and talked to Joe about it, did some historical sort of reading on it, and then when I woke up this morning, I woke up early and felt like an instant pull to just do this. It's interesting because when Joe and I were talking about this, a rainbow appeared where Joe lives. We took a picture of it, and so it just felt like it was a good calling. It was the thing to do. So now I'm here, and there's nothing to see here. That isn't the truth. There is a lot to see here. Why is it so quiet here? Has it healed itself? I feel that there is still work to be done here. I'm just going to stay sitting here on the ground, remaining patient, continuing to share my energy with the space, and working on breaking up the numbing Novocaine energy. Now we're getting somewhere. This space is starting to finally feel like it has feelings. The space is finally starting to have feelings. It's the ground is turning to a liquid, and from the ground is coming up lots and lots of pools of blood. The blood is coming up, rising up like a tidal wave. There's a lot of anger here. There's a lot of hatred towards these officers, the Nazi officers. Hatred towards Hitler. The space hates Hitler. The space wants to bring Hitler in here and wants to mutilate and torture Hitler. The space wants to take its hands around Hitler's neck and then until his head pops off. And the space asks me to bring Hitler here. I tell the space to just continue to release anger. You need to just... I'm not doing that right at this moment. I need to see this space. The space asks me again if I know what happened here. I say, as a person from the future, I don't have a recollection of any, I don't have any echoing memory from a concentration camp. If my soul was here or was in a concentration camp, Abby, still do not have any memory Therefore, what do I truly know? I could read in a book what happened, but if I did not endure the experience, what do I truly know about it? It's literally a wave of blood that is on fire that is speaking to me. The whole place is covered in blood. The whole place is being pulling up lots of anger. There's a choking experience going on here. Let's just manifest an image of Hitler and see what happens. I'm actually supposed to call Hitler's soul into the space. That is fascinating. I am. I'm calling Hitler's soul into the space. I say, Hitler, it's time that you come to Auschwitz and that we take a look here at what's going on. I don't hate anybody for their actions or choices. I don't choose to feel I don't know how to explain it. It's a sad thing, but we have to find a way to heal this, don't you think? They're showing me a human body and being opened up. This version, this body is not alive in this scene. But what's inside the body is not natural human organs either. I tell Hitler, thank you for coming here. I'm here to help your soul feel love as well. We don't know why, as human beings, this was the best thing that could happen for our human evolution. We like to hate, but we don't choose to understand on another level why hatred is not the solution. Hatred only manifests more reasons for hatred. We have to choose to be unconditionally loving no matter what the scene is we are looking at. We have to choose acceptance, and we have to just choose to acknowledge that we have the ability now in our world to properly heal and change the world so this never happens again, right? Or do we want this again as a human race? Do we want an opportunity to torture each other? This is gonna take a while. Every time, so is Hitler here? Not exactly. What does this wave of blood feel right now? Everything's starting to go numb again. Everything is starting to want to hide or want to be buried, want to not exist anymore. But it's just more like numb. It doesn't want to show me the truth. It doesn't want to reveal anything to me. I say, then go ahead and go back to being a secret. I will sit here patiently once more and wait for you to be ready to release again energies. This time when I touch the ground, I look at my hands and they have sort of a layer of blood on them. I'm a man in a chair. There's a conversation happening. There's some sort of experiment. I'm actually being held, though. The chair itself has some things that hold my arms to it. It feels like some sort of electrical shock in the head or something of that kind. Again, this is not enough. I'm telling you, in all the energy work that I do, this is about the most boring space I could ever have fathomed. How could this space be this boring? How could this space have nothing to tell me? There's a reason why. I'm in shock. What is going on here with this space? Let me try another angle. Let's see if maybe I was a Nazi soldier. Let's just see if I was. See what happens. Maybe I don't want to face the reality that I was the one killing people. I'm going to put myself out there as though I'm Adolf Hitler. Let's see what the space does. My spirit says you weren't Adolf Hitler. Sometimes you just have to try some things just to see what happens. Okay, well, I'm going to be a man in a Nazi uniform. I want to see what happens. They say you were not a man in a Nazi uniform. Why are you doing this? Why is this so difficult? And I say, okay, I am this little girl. I am this little girl. Spirit says, why are you the little girl? Say, I don't know. She visited me. There's a reason for this. She said there was something she needed to show me. It was really terrible, but I've not seen it yet. I've seen a man nailed to the ground, descending into a fireplace. I've seen demons on the phone. How is it there is nothing? The re-echoing reaction back is zero. Is like, isn't even in a sleep state, is in a void space. Even a void space has wisdom. This space goes to a numbing halt of zero. Nothing happening. There's something here that I'm not prepared to see. There's something like that going on here. Something about it's not my time or something. I'm just gonna stop here for now. I don't know what to make of this. This does not happen. I always see things. There's always wisdom, there's always information, and there's nothing here for me to see. I had the introduction with ghosts. I was able to heal that. I was able to heal soul fragments under earth. But I'm telling you, it's still, this space should have frequency waves of like severe terror energy, anxiety energy, echoes of screams. There should be really like terrible rape scenes and torture scenes, but even the torture scenes really are numb. Even the torture scenes are sort of like not real, because the scenes themselves should have energy, should have a density, should have more pigment to them. And this is more like, this isn't enough. This is not, it's not believable. There's not enough energy. That's the shocking part. I'm just going to stop there. All right, so we'll see what Joseph experiences. This isn't the end. This isn't where I stop. There's clearly something to this. I'll be in a contemplation about this for a while, but it doesn't feel as there's anything else I need to do at this time. Okay, it's the end of my video. Thank you for exploring this with me. If you're interested in exploring a psychic service, please visit me at my website at abbynormalswisdomquest.com. Thank you for watching, and I wish you a wonderful day.